Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome in. I'm Matt Stryker, and I'm back with more Yankees Latest. All right, we kick things off with still no movement on the Cody Bellinger front, nor the Kyle Tucker front. So I just wanted to look at the best free agent outfielders available that weren't named Tucker or Bellinger, because this could be the reality. First up on the list is Max Kepler. He's 32 years old. He's 6'4". He's a lefty bat. Has 10 seasons of Major League service under his belt. Has had double-digit home runs in 7 of those seasons. He's hit 20 or more 3 times. He's hit over 30 once. He won't give you much in the way of average, but he's an option. Are you interested? Comment down below, because these are the conversations we have to be prepared to have should Bellinger or Tucker sign elsewhere. Another name that may come up is J.J. Bleday. 28 years old, left-handed bat with 3 major league seasons, would be a lot cheaper than Kepler or Tucker or Bellinger. In 2024, Bleday played in nearly every game. He hit 243 with 20 home runs. Let me know your thoughts here. Comment down below. Look, if you're a real Yankee fan, these are the things that you're going to need to face. These are the things that we're going to need to discuss on a consistent basis. So I'll start. I think Max Kepler is an exponentially better defensive player than Bleday, and that matters a lot. I mean, it doesn't show up on a score sheet unless you're actually looking for it. And I can see a guy like Kepler maybe mentoring a Spencer Jones. Now, Bleday is younger and has more time to blossom into something, and it would make the dynamic with Jones or Dominguez a little different. So, again, back to you. Would you be okay with Kepler or Bleday to support Spencer Jones? Let me know down below. Now, if you don't care for those names, there is another name, and that is Stone Cold Steve Austin Hayes. We've discussed him here on the show. I think he'd be a fine replacement. I get the Yanks, but still, Austin Hayes may be a Yankee. He hit 266, 16 home runs, scored 60 runs. Remember what we're trying to do here, folks. We're trying to moneyball or rebuild a Cody Bellinger-like season from the position. If that means a mixture of Spencer Jones and Austin Hayes or whomever else, so be it. Just replicate Bellinger's productivity. If you agree, comment down below, let me know. Because look, a guy like Austin Hayes is a right-handed bat, and if you look at his career, he played in over 130 games only 3 times in his 8 years. Those 3 were in a row from 2021 to 2023. And in that final year in 2023, his average jumped 20 points from 258 to 275, or around 20 points. Last year, Hayes played in 103 games for Cincinnati and hit 266. So when he plays consistently, the kid hits. And he's a fine defensive outfielder. And he may not be a bad get overall. And I think that's the most important thing is getting the right fit for this team to move forward. All right, from the best outfielders available, let's go to the best starting pitchers left, and let's enter and talk about Framber Valdez. Look, Framber Valdez is a tremendous, tremendous talent. He's entering his age 32 season. He's probably looking to command $25 to $32 million a year over 5 to 7 years. Can we afford it? Should we pay it? Comment down below. In the 5 seasons where he has started 20 or more games, his highest ERA came just this last season at 3.66 across 192 innings. Framber Valdez has already thrown over 1,000 innings in his career. I'm thinking if there's a regression, why should the Yankees be paying for it? If the Yankees sign Framber Valdez long-term, then that's exactly what we're doing. But most feel that Framber is the best free agent starting pitcher out there. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are you on the Ranger Suarez bandwagon, Zach Gallen, Zach Littell? Overall, I think that this begs the question from a starting pitching standpoint. If we needed one out, who would you want on the mound? Would it be Tarik Skubal, Dylan Cease, Framber Valdez, Brian Wu? I'm making the case for a healthy Garrett Cole. Listen, at 35 years old, with a rebuilt arm, it doesn't necessarily wipe away 6 seasons of 200 innings pitched or more, but it makes you feel better about the wear and tear. You have to ask yourself, how good can Garrett Cole be? Now, there is a precedent for success for guys coming off Tommy John surgery. I point to Justin Verlander. He had Tommy John in 2020, returned in 2022, and had an outstanding season. He won the Cy Young and helped his team win the World Series. Another example would be going back to 2010 and Steven Strasburg. He came back in 2011 and went on to be a key part of the Nats rotation, including being the World Series MVP in 2019. So, can Garrett Cole get out the toughest AL hitters, the hitters that stand in our way of going to the World Series? And who are those hitters? Well, let's look at three. First is Kyle Raleigh, right? So Kyle Raleigh demolishes changeups. Cole's changeup isn't one that has had articles written on it. It's not his go-to pitch. Cole's a fastball slider guy. Changeup isn't his plus pitch per se. If you dive deeper, you'll find that Kyle Raleigh has hit 230 and 231 respectively against the fastball and the slider, which means that Garrett Cole's best pitches can get a guy like Kyle Raleigh out. And that's encouraging. That's something we were missing last season. If you think that we got to get through Toronto to get to Seattle, great, I'm with you. Let's look at Vlad Guerrero. Vlad is 12 for 35 in his career against Cole, 343 average with 2 home runs. I don't really love that so much. Maybe you pitch around him. What about Pete Alonso? He crushes fastballs, sinkers, and sliders, and these are the things upon which the season hinges. These are the kind of at-bats that stand between us and the World Series. And who's the right guy on the mound for said at-bat? The argument can be made for a healthy Garrett Cole as the guy that the Yanks need. And the best part of this whole thing is we've got him. So at the end of the day, Kyle Tucker and Cody Bellinger are the guys, because if not, you have to go shopping for outfielders that you may not really want to wear every day. As far as starting pitching goes, I don't think Framber Valdez is the guy. I think regression is coming. I think Garrett Cole coming back healthy is the guy. And I think people are overlooking that. All right. Look, overall, we're going to be keeping our eye on the news, and we'll bring you all the happenings as they happen. But I want to hear from you. Comment, like, subscribe, and let me know where we're going here right now. I know a lot of you are clamoring for get rid of Cashman, get rid of Boone, sell the team. Others are clamoring, I don't want Bellinger, get Bo Bichette. Let me hear from you and let me know what's going on, because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to things like who has the better bullpen. It's going to come down to things like better situational baseball. Can we get that big out? I'm confident with the pitching staff. I'm confident with the bullpen, provided everyone returns to form with regards to the staff. But it's that one little Cody Bellinger-sized hole, that that 25% of run production for which Cody Bellinger was responsible last year. How are we making that up? We'll discuss more next time on Yankees Latest.